out there, she goes screaming, flying, tiger flying, at the line, they unafraid. Karaoke screams, singing themes, heart and sleeves, anime dreams, brushing seams, city gleams, dancing screams, endless streams, let's extreme, Saturday gleams, so it's day gleams, so it seems nothing rings. Raise the channel, riot loud, crowd unbowed, techno sound, pulses pound, dream astound, choose on.
Raid time! Good morning and welcome. It's 8 o'clock on the dot. Big hunkin' bowl of Saturday morning cereal. Sit down in front of the TV and watch some cartoons. And by watching cartoons, I mean travel around the amazing world of YouTube and make some new friends. That's right. We're doing another Saturday shout out raid when Steve's playing with his toys, where we shout out new tabletop role-playing game channels that are trying to make the tabletop role-playing game community a more positive, happy place, working together, to get past the whole ugliness of, people who claim they have more experience than us, and just try and make some new friends. That's all this is about, is give some strength to some channels, shout out some new friends and followers, and who knows. So far, it's been a relatively successful experiment, I think, all in all. We'll see. So our very first one, and this one, again, is all brought to us by tabletop role-playing game Wolf of Phototech. He sent us about 30, so we're still slowly chugging through these. This is Rax Adventures. Rax says, hello, welcome to Rax Adventures. This channel is dedicated to re-experiencing and reviewing some of the most iconic modules that have ever graced tabletop history. We only review modules published in the last 2 decades ago, so hopefully there won't really be a risk of inadvertently spoiling yourself on a module your DM plans to play, but I obviously can't guarantee it. What if my DM's running Dwellers of the Forbidden? So this person is going through all the old modules, the classic TSR modules like Isle of Dread, Sinister Saltmarsh, Keep on the Borderlands, the geniuses. I mean, every other module is just somehow inspired by these, because they were the originals. They were the first. They were unique. Everybody else is just modding and copying and building on top of the landscape that was originally built for us way back when by TSR. And some of the best stories. Some of them not so great. Let's face, for every module that was genius, there was a module where you're like, this is just some midnight and you had to create a project nightmare, isn't it? But anyways, and they starting off with Hoblet. And, Comlet, which leads us to Temple of Elemental Evil. So let's give them a like, share, and subscribe. They have got 14 subscribers and 1 video. Well, now you have 15 subscribers, Rack. So get on to it, because we want to see more reviews and explorations of the classics. Let's see what you think of Tomb of Horrors and Against the Giants. And, of course, Isle of Dread, one of my favorites. And Keep on the Borderlands. Keep on the Borderlands getting a lot of attention this month because of Wizards. All right, next one up. We have a lot of Cyberpunk ones this week, because I guess Wolf of Phototech was doing themes. So if it seems like a lot of these are similar, that's why. So this is Ploply tabletop role-playing game. Ploply, P-L-O-O-P-L-Y. Ploply is playing Cyberpunk Red. Give him a like, share, and subscribe. He's got 8 subscribers. Well, now Ploply, you've got 9. His icon is loosely based upon the character from Edge Runners. You guys remember Edge Runners on Netflix? I don't know if we'll ever, God, I need to vacuum. I don't know if we'll ever return to that little cartoon of theirs, what the plans are. But yeah, remember that one? Where everybody was like, hey, let's convert this cartoon on Netflix to 5th edition. And everybody else was like, but the system already exists and has. It's based upon a role-playing game. So we've got some Cyberpunk Red role-playing live play, him and his friends. So that's awesome. And they've been doing this, let's see, like the last one was 3 months ago. So where are you guys? Hopefully nothing bad has happened to you and you're just been too busy with real life post-holidays to get a game going. And of course, Cyberpunk has a very special place in my heart, much like GURPS, due to my association with working for Artisolian and my, of course, this complete Cyberpunk dictionary, which I wrote. And the interlock stuff and the skill system that I wrote that became Fusion and then also became Silhouette, my work on Cyber Generation, my association with GURPS Cyberpunk. So yeah, Cyberpunk is another genre that's near and dear to my heart. I was so Cyberpunk, but then I was a punk kid of the 80s anyway. So transitioning to Cyberpunk and just, wasn't that much of one. I just, added some new words and stuff. Did I really want to get cybernetics? I don't know, man. If you could replace parts of your body with cybernetics, would you? And which one would you get? Definitely my eyes. Definitely my eyes. The glasses and the headaches. If they could give me cyberpunk eyes, that would make it so I'd never had the headaches again. I'd take those in a heartbeat. So there we go. Thank you, Ploppy. Ploppily is not a very cyberpunk sounding name, but maybe it's just a cyberpunk term. I don't know. Maybe it needs like the sound that a body makes when it falls from a height and hits the ground. Ploppy. That sounds pretty cyberpunk, right? Next up, we have Dice. Dice has 58.5K subscribers. I don't think Dice needs our help. They've got 322 videos. My name is Dice because I like dice. No other reason to it. My opinions are my own and do not reflect my employer. All right. Well, now you've got 58,000.6K subscribers. And Dice talks about Cyberpunk and Danger Dossier, which was a product for Cyberpunk. And my Cyberpunk, Cyborg. So all the Cyberpunk and all the Cyberpunk grandchildren, like Hero Cyberpunk, GURPS Cyberpunk, Cyberpunk 2020. There was a lot of Cyberpunk role-playing games in that chunk of time. Everybody wanted to jump on the Cyberpunk bandwagon, but, Cyberpunk from Artisolian and GURPS Cyberpunk were the first. I think Artisolian Cyberpunk set the stage for every other Cyberpunk game that came out afterwards. And then we had the Shadowdark Ravenstar, where everybody was like, okay, let's take Cyberpunk, but add elves. So this guy's covering all the Cyberpunk, not just Artisolian, but also it looks like he's doing Cyborg, which is Mork Borg Cyberpunk, and a couple other ones. How does this guy get 58.5K subscribers? Hasn't done a video in a year. Man, what am I doing wrong? 58.5K subscribers. Stuff looks pretty much similar to mine. He does do some live play, though, it looks like, and he's got some toys involved. It definitely has a lot of graphic category going on here. Looks like he's playing the game, too, video games. So we've got some video gaming. Maybe that's why he's so high. Whatever. He's playing Cyberpunk, but it hasn't been for a year. So, Dice, if you are within the sound of my voice, hopefully, sir, you are okay. And the reason why you haven't posted in a year is because you were doing something else, like got a new job or moved or had a baby or just decided to do a different channel. I don't know, but hopefully it's something not bad. Something not bad, OGGM? Apparently I need more caffeine this morning. Let's see, next up. Isn't this fun? Just making new friends, plopping around the universe. DnD Monetize. He's got 345 subscribers, 77 videos. He says he is a humble dungeon master, painter, and storyteller. Congratulations, you now have 346 subscribers. And he does videos about tabletop role-playing games. He's like, oh, listen to your players. Happy turkey leftovers. These look like he's doing all shorts, or mostly shorts. Face camming, that's cool. Doing the challenges. He's got videos that have 441 views and videos that only have 17 views. So he just talks about D&D. It looks like he's very animated. And he's got a hat, like, as a fellow hat wearer. Looks like he's got some crafting materials behind him. So he does some crafting and some painting as well. Very simple, very direct. Just, this is me wearing a hat, talking about something I love. I'm very excited. Obviously, people appreciate what he has to say with 677 views. So yeah, dude, congratulations. Look at these views, man. And he's not doing much, just his face, making a fool of himself, wearing his hat. I appreciate that. Let's see if he has any of his painting. It says he's painting. Would love to see his painting, because I love people who can do that. Painter, storyteller. No, I mean, there's definitely some crafting materials behind him. Actually, this looks like he's in a Games Workshop store. or some kind of game store. I don't think this is his house, is it? No, because look, there's multiple copies of the same thing on the shelf behind him. So this is maybe a store, a hardware store, or a game store. You can't really tell. But and look at the roof too. So this is definitely a store. I'm thinking Games Workshop store, but I'm not sure. I can't really see what's on the shelves behind him. It looks like modeling tools. Playing YouTube detective. But yeah, look at that roof. Yeah, he's in a store in a mall, I think, somewhere. I don't think this is his house, but still cool. Maybe he works at a game store. I don't know. He does say he doesn't reflect my employer. So yeah, D and demonetized. Let's not get you demonetized, dude. Let's get you monetized. Let's get you up there. Let's get you the subs. Let's see some more awesomeness. I want to see your painting, obviously, because I love the people who can do that since I can't. Well, I can. It's not like you can't not paint. I mean, I just can't paint well. We got 2 more Cyberpunk ones. This is The Dark Future. 301 subscribers, 21 videos discussing all things Cyberpunk. He got to meet our old friend Mike. Mike Poundsmith and I used to be quasi friends. You know, we traded letters and stuff for a while there, and then I lost contact with him. But now he's back better than ever, running Cyberpunk, making the world safe for Cyberpunk. And I do miss him, and I do miss hanging out with those people and playing Cyberpunk. It was a fun system. I really did like the interlock system. It had so much potential, which is why I kept trying to hack it. And did interlock supers and interlock, space, and interlock other things. And that became fusion. And then that became Champions of the New Millennium. Who remembers Champions of the New Millennium? Yeah, probably nobody. So just more Cyberpunk. This individual's got 302 subscribers, counting me. He talks about Cyberpunk. And Cyberpunk music, TV, movies. Not a lot of Cyberpunk music out anymore, but there's still Cyberpunk movies and Cyberpunk TV shows that are based upon Cyberpunk. As a Cyberpunk fan, I am one of the few people who saw Church Windows, the Cyberpunk soap opera that had Jim Belushi in it and used a hip rhinoceros as a representation of a unicorn. So who remembers that? I think I'm like one of the 3 people who ever saw it. But yeah, Cyberpunk music. Didn't the guy say that, he thought Zig Zig Sputnik was the most Cyberpunk band? I don't know. Cyberpunk music either ranges from, really poppy J-pop idol music to like, hardcore rap, just anything that can be street music, anything that you can make with just what you have around, not high processed studio. So yes, to Cyberpunk. That's love for Cyberpunk. Going through Cyberpunk fiction, Cyberpunk role-playing, Cyberpunk music, Cyberpunk movies. I'm gonna have to check to see if there's any movies on the list I haven't seen. I've seen most of the Cyberpunk movies. Hardware, Wetware, Overtron at the Memory Bank, all of those. Playing the Cyberpunk role-play game online. Most of these guys are playing the Cyberpunk role-playing game online, the video game. Don't see any movies, but okay. Definitely have to compare movies with this guy's to see if I've seen all the ones he's seen, if he's seen all the ones I've seen. There were a lot of Cyberpunk movies. Some of them were just categorized as Cyberpunk after they were made. They weren't really, Cyberpunk movies. They were just trying to rip off what was popular in that time period. That sort of weird Mad Max, Terminator, Blade Runner future. So, and then we adopted them and said, oh yeah, that's a Cyberpunk movie. And the guys who made the movie were like, it is? Oh, you're right, it is. I even wrote a Cyberpunk movie. Hey, how that for claim to fame? Where's the OGGM done? I wrote a movie, you motherfucker. What did you do? Yes, right. I wrote a Cyberpunk movie called Gideon's Run. I think 5 people in the entire planet have seen it, but I still occasionally get a check for like 25 cents. So it's still out there. Yeah, that's right. I wrote a Cyberpunk movie. Speaking of Cyberpunk, we've got Cyber Nation Uncensored with 6.61K subscribers, 822 videos. You've now got 6.62 subscribers, This guy does Fallout, Dune, dystopian future. Rob Mulligan is something a part of this. Cyberpunk. We're a brand for Cyberpunk. So just anything Cyberpunk. Their last video was 7 days ago. They're doing some live play of Blade Runner. Looks like they're doing Chromebook Cyberpunk. Yeah, just a whole bunch of different Cyberpunk. Same thing. Cyberpunk role-playing, Cyberpunk the video game, exploring all the different Cyberpunk genre games, movies, music. Just a lot of love for a one-time favorite genre of mine, Cyberpunk. The weird thing about Cyberpunk at 2025 is a lot of the future that Cyberpunk predicted has already come and gone. And a lot of the future it predicted probably never going to happen. I don't think we're going to have flying cars. Cyberpunk parts exist. Biogenetic grafting exists. 3D printing body parts exists. So we're pretty close to the Cyberpunk future, but I think more likely we would, have a brief period, I think, of these, dystopian Cyberpunk future, and then maybe more like the Pantheon Cyberpunk future, where just everything is so digital and we're putting our consciousness online, or the, the altered sleeves where you just put your consciousness into a robot body or whatever. I don't know if we'll get the Artisolian William Gibson Cyberpunk future, but we might more get, the Pantheon Cyberpunk future, or more likely the way things are going, the dystopian Hunger Games future. Anyways, it's retro love for Cyberpunk. And speaking of Cyberpunk, nothing says Cyberpunk like a VTuber. That's right. We got to shout out another VTuber this month. This is Hestia Happiness. She is part of Vsojo Nova, the Japanese expansion of Vsojo. She's done some collabs with our girls. She does her own stuff. She definitely rates as one of the more pure members. I mean, even Henya is not as innocent as she used to be. So Hestia, for the few times I've seen her, definitely is the voice of reason, the mature one, the kind of innocent professional one. As with all the Vsojo members, she plays video games. She's very funny. She speaks Japanese, but she's got a little English like all of them do. Has a great ability to just, laugh and fit in with anybody, just like all of them do. So yeah, just another VTuber making VTubing fun and making digital fun and making the YouTube fun and playing some video games and making me laugh. I don't understand half the stuff the Vsojo Nova members say because they're speaking Japanese, but, we got to remember one of them did kill her computer with an airsoft gun. So that's got to mean something. Thank you, Hestia, for bringing happiness to the interweb. Let's give her a subscribe. She doesn't really need any help from us. She's got 37.4 subscribers. So yeah, and that's it. That's this week's raise. Thank you, Tabletop Role-Playing Game with Wolf of Phototech, for this week's list. Still got like a whole bunch more to go. This project is never going to end. And occasionally I do hear back from some of the people who thank me. It's not all just people out there telling me that they think I'm stupid. There are actually some people out there who appreciate what I'm doing more and more every day. As we slowly climb our way towards 5,000 subs. That's the goal, 5,000 subs by 2030. Will we make it? I don't know. We've got 2,000 subs. I never thought I'd hit that. Hopefully this project helps. Hopefully I bring some attention to some channels that maybe don't have enough attention. Maybe some people will collab with me, want to interview me, or I'll interview them. I don't know. It's just here to make friends, make friends, bring some positivity, have some fun, be a little goofy, make the tabletop role-playing game community a positive collection again, as opposed to just, people shit posting on other people. Making the place nicer than when I got here, I guess, I don't know. Have a great Saturday. If you appreciate what I'm doing, let me know. If you never want to hear me do this ever again, let me know. And we will talk to you all soon. Stay safe out there, my lovelies.
Television goes screaming fire, tiger lights at the lights. Every night you fight, take a side to the side, baby shows and escapades. At the arcade, pixelated party lesson, they unafraid. Karaoke screams, singing themes, heart and sleeves. Anime dreams, brushing seams, city gleams, dancing screams, endless streams, let's extreme Saturday gleams, so it's day gleams, so it seems nothing rings. Raise the channel, riot loud, crowd unbowed, techno sound, pulses pound, dream astound, youth unbound, joy profound, lost and found, channel raver on the prowl, echoes howled. Electric beats, bustle streets, endless streets, midnight beats, living heat, hearts beat bleed, polyphonic needs, cyber beats, rhythm sweets,